Hey, party people. Welcome to installment 3 of my messy process in creating a block that fits me, a jacket block that fits me. And here's my second muslin, and I like it. I like how it fits. I did that funny center front adjustment that I was on the fence about, and I really like how that turned out. And I had removed that weird side seam adjustment that I did before, but now I don't like how the back is swinging out. Like it's me. Like every jacket I've ever bought in my life, the back swings out like that, and I don't like it. And I don't have to put up with it because this is my pattern. So I was gonna put in darts, but I decided to shape the center back instead. I know shaping the center back is rare. Like most people uh, do just like a full straight center back and a straight center front. And I believe in the straight center front. It has to keep on grain. But the back can be shaped. A lot of more tailored fitted jackets, the back is shaped. And not that this is going to be so tailored, but you see how it's like a little tail in the back? It's not really like hanging because there's so much gaping there. It's just like this weird little tail. So here it is pinned. I pinned up the center back, and do you see how it's just laying nice? It's just laying close to my body, but it's still just like that boxy shape. It's not like it's all of a sudden this like fitted thing. So I'm just going to make that adjustment to my bodice pattern. And now we're going to move on and draft my sleeve. And as usual, I'm going to draft the sleeve and then I'm going to observe it during editing, realize I need to fix something else, and show you another after shot. All right, let's draft the sleeve for my block. I'm drafting just a regular straight sleeve. This is my right sleeve, so this is my front. This is my back. This is the center of my sleeve. This is going to be where my sleeve cap is. This is the length. This is going to be where my wrist is. And I'm not doing one of those darts that you would see on a more fitted sleeve for, like, say, a tailored jacket. You know, those things are good when you're doing something that's very fitted, very tailored, and it accommodates the natural forward swing and bend of your arm. Like even when we're standing like just naturally with our arms at our sides, our forearms tend to be, just like bent slightly forward. It's just like our general natural swing of our bodies, and that dart is there to accommodate that. But this is just gonna, like, imagine a sleeve for like a jean jacket. It's just like kind of close to your body, not fitted, not tailored, casual, but not like, a big old baggy blouson hoodie or something like that. Okay, just like a straightforward regular sleeve. Okay, so we need a few measurements. I've measured my armholes and the distance of my notches here and here. This is 10 and 8, this is 10 and 3/8, this is 4 inches, this is 3 and 3/8 inches. Sleeve cap is here, from your bicep to the top of your armhole at your shoulder, okay? And you're like, how do I measure that? Well, what I do is I take this, which is one of my favorite measuring tools. It's a curved ruler. It's got inches on one side, centimeters on the other. And I wrap this around my bicep. Okay. And then I have my partner, helper, spouse, whatever, take my tape measure and measure from here to here. Okay, just like holding this up like that. Sleeve cap height is 7. I'm gonna say 7 1/4. You know why? Because I have big arms, okay? So I like to be a little 넉넉해. How do you say that in English? Roomy, okay? And I measure about 14, like when I'm trying to measure neatly, like 13 and a half or so. But I'm gonna go 15 because I like a roomy arm and a roomy armpit for my thick arms. And if you've been following me, if you follow me on Patreon, then you know I have sensitive armpits. It's a thing. And if things bother my armpits, I get really annoyed and I cannot wear it. I cannot wear it. It's like one of the top reasons I try things on at a store is to see if it's gonna bother my armpits. If it's gonna bother my armpits, I don't want it. All right. So 7.5, 7.5. It's gonna be 15 inches for the width of the sleeve. Okay. I'm giving myself a little bit of ease there. Okay. So there's that. And then the length of my sleeve from shoulder to wrist is 20 3/4. So that's 18. 1, 2 3/4, and that's gonna be my wrist. Listen, there's your wrist, and then there's where you want your jacket wrist to be. You know? Those are not the same thing. I don't want a jacket that fits me like a bracelet. I like 10 because I can get my hand in easily, but not like too floppy. See? Another reason I love this thing. Okay, so let's do 10 inches. So 5 on each side. Okay, and then the fun part is drawing the sleeve cap. So first we're going to make a little triangle. And then I'm gonna mark where my armhole notches are on my bodice block. So 1, 2, 3, and 3/8 on the front. 4, and then double notch for the back. I hate when I start getting to the end of the paper roll and it's always so curly. Okay, we're gonna loosely freehand this first. It's gonna go up over this curve and kind of cross where our notches are and go under like this. And the back is always less curved than the front, which is reflective of how our armholes look on our bodices, right? So kind of like that, and like that, and like that. I might lower the sleeve cap a little bit. And then the back, or the front, and I want to cross right around the notch. And yeah, it's not going to be symmetrical. Our armhole is not symmetrical. You should not expect your sleeve to be symmetrical. And so we're going to do a basic measurement to see if we're way off base or not. Okay, I'm at 10 and not quite 5/8. So I'm going to carve out 1/4 of an inch. And yeah, I might bring it down that 1/4 of an inch like I want. Bam, right there is 10 3/8. So right there is 10 1/8. Okay. See, now we're at the part where we talk about ease. because the war on pattern makers talking about ease and whether it's necessary in an armhole, it rages, and I like literally don't care. Okay, I think ease is a per basis thing. Like for example, ease is about cupping. Okay, that's what it boils down to, is if something needs to cup into something else. Okay, when you have a bust, a princess seam, and you have to put in that bust into a straighter center front panel, you want that ease in there because you're going to create shaping with that ease, and you're going to cup that fabric around your boob. And the thing about armhole ease is you think about the kind of sleeve you're trying to draft, and you think about whether or not that particular sleeve for that particular arm and that placement and everything is gonna need ease. Now, if I'm drafting a t-shirt, I'm not adding ease. There's no cupping over an arm with a t-shirt. Like, it's not necessary. You're either doing it out of stretch fabric or it's so boxy it doesn't matter. But something where you want it to fit a little bit better, maybe. For a tailored something where you want that cupping action and you're gonna just molest it with steam and shape it, yeah, ease will work a lot of the time. People who are obsessive with stripe matching, like whatever, don't at me, I don't care. But for me, because I have such rounded arms, and I do want a little bit of cupping because I want to accommodate my round arm, I think I do need ease. I think I do. So I'm going to have some. Not like 2 inches of ease. Okay, calm down. There's no exact science to drawing these curves. I've seen diagrams where people have literally positioned French curves in a very precise way, but really that's just a starting point. You're going to have to make adjustments for the sleeve you want to draft, for the armhole that you want. You don't need this to be squared off for very long, because when you sew it together, your armhole is going to be round, so it doesn't need to be square at any point. I only have, Lordy, 5/8 of an inch of ease. I mean, quite frankly, I would like a little bit more than that. Like 5/8 is kind of like, why bother? You know, that's just sloppy pattern making. Like, you either match it perfectly or you have enough ease for it to matter, for it to actually do something to your shoulder. It's like one or the other, right? All right, so we have 3/4 of an inch. And when you notch for ease, you notch in the middle of your ease as what you line up with your shoulder. So this is a 3/4 inch ease. This is going to be the master notch. And you always want your shoulder notch to be towards the front or right at the shoulder. Okay, it looks funny when it's the eases in the back because that's not how arms work. Like, you want the rounding and the cupping in the front, especially since like that's where you're rounder and that's where you need the more room coming in, like, whereas everything in the back should be straighter and flatter. And the thing about editing is I'm just watching myself over and over and over again, and I just start thinking about things, and I have decided that that still isn't enough ease. So I redrew my curves, and now we have 1.125 of ease, which is much better. Not everyone does this. Some people just leave it straight across. I think that's crazy. It makes me nuts. I like to square things off and true the curve of the hem. Okay. So that this is a right angle, this is a right angle, and this curve is nice and gradual. We're notching here, we're notching here and here. Can notch here. We're gonna add seam allowance, we're gonna cut it out, and we'll see what we see. Please give you a thumbs up if you learned something new or was entertained by my messy blocking my own body for the first time process. Drop me your video requests and your questions and all that good stuff below. You guys were so encouraging and kind to me in my last video. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all of your support. It means the world to me. Yeah, and let's just see how far this goes. I definitely want to do a raglan sleeve after this. I want to turn my regular block into a raglan block because I definitely want to do like track jackets and trench coats. Those are two of my favorite styles, and definitely need to get into raglan mode for those. Yeah, I will see you in the next video.